Good training, boys.
These animations, I don't know. They are, considering they're like from the PS2 era, they're very like full of personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I see Daxter's eyebrows just fucking waggling up and down like they were on a trampoline.
They toe the line between over-animated.
They do, but like it's very lively and it fits with the whole, you know, cartoony, soft, rounded look that the game has.
My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again.
You know what I mean, right? There's not a lot of like sharp points
Yeah,
in this game.
Follow the lamps.
90-degree angles.
They don't exist here.
All of you.
Is that a piranha plant?
It's like
Yeah. Hello, I'm RJ Waters too.
I'm not. I'm Instant Grat.
And I am Blindcat.
Not only does he have a very leaky ceiling, we have the piranha plant from Crash Bandicoot.
Which in turn was probably the piranha plant from Mario when it was first introduced to the Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah. It's come full circle.
This is Samos's hut. He's got a banging pad.
Yeah. Dual level.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grab Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
How do you think it would come across if it was the lady with the big boobs hitting on the tiny little furry creature instead of the other way around? Do you think it would have been just as funny?
My father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely. And some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
I'm taking that all as innuendo.
Well, the Forbidden Temple is actually is one of the levels we can get to immediately, isn't it?
Yeah, most of them are. I like the physics in this game. Look at them go.
Yep. It should be noted that these were not added for the PS3 HD Remaster Ultra Turbo Edition either. Like this.
Well, what was? Except for trophies.
Apparently, for the second game they remastered the GUI, like the HUD,
Oh.
for 720p. So don't you go talking smack about that.
I won't accept any smack talk on Daxter because I do use the phrase "dag nasty" as well.
All the time.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
He doesn't have any mouth
He's a-
flap. So
He's
he
a
voices.
ventriloquist.
Yeah. One thing I really do like about Jak and Daxter is it has versatile music. Depending on what part of the level you're standing in, different instruments will fade in and out. Like those bells, it's only because we're next to the fisherman's hut.
Do they go away when we go in here?
Mhm.
So they do. I never noticed that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. Like when we're next to the bird lady's house, you can hear whistles as if birds were singing along.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well.
It's a very impressive mustache.
The mirror, I presume?
Now then,
Yep.
Do you mean the one under his nose or above his nose?
see how they're not moving?
Both, really.
Means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has
His bow has some animation problems. It does. That's not how fabric is like supposed to work.
No.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really obvious that these are just like these are the original textures from the PS2 game, but it doesn't really bother me because it's like it's stylized to the point where it still looks good, even though it's being rendered in like HD, you know.
Yeah.
Interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign.
There's not a lot of textures. It's a lot of flat colors and shadows, and it still works mostly.
Yeah. It helps that the physics on the fabrics still look nice.
Precursor orbs.
If you just pay attention to Jack's flowing robes, they bounce along quite nicely.
Is 90 precursor orbs a lot?
It's twice as much on Geyser that there was on Geyser Rock.
I think most levels have like between 1 and 200 of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want to say it's not that much, but really considering that most of the levels are, you know, like full of radioactive monsters from hell and like exploding barrels and just generally a bunch of things trying to kill you, maybe for like an average person going out there and collecting 90 of them, not that attractive a proposition.
On the other hand, they did spill like 15 of them just right outside these doorways.
That is true.
Yeah. So, it doesn't matter how expensive 90 precursor orbs is because we have nothing to do but to spend them on power cells anyway.
Yeah, there is literally nothing else to do with them. So.
Oh. Why use these as currencies?
Little furry dude!
They make a mean breakfast.
For a moment, you were my muse.
Your what?
You know what? I think I figured out why. It's just because Jack has the only bag of holding that anyone knows about. So you know, he can go out and just collect 90 of them. And everyone else is like, but I'd have to go like a cart out there, and can't we just get the weird guy with the beaver to do it?
Well, he's supposed to be the only one that can channel Eco this well, so they can't use the blue Ego to just absorb it.
I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's alright. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island.
We totally are, though, just not yet.
Yeah, several videos.
Yeah, you can't actually get to Misty Island as your first level, because the fisherman's boat, even though we just plain stole it in the opening cutscene, I guess Jack's had a change of heart, and now he wants to make sure that he's got the guys A-okay before he takes the boat.
I think Daxter just is looking for any excuse not to go back.
Maybe that also.
Oh, come on, Jack, we can't go. We don't have permission. You're the coward.
We should go back and then try chucking him into that pool again, see if
It fixes
what
it?
happens to him next. Maybe it's like a sliding scale of transformations.
Oh, there you go. Listen to that flute.
Those are some very nice six-sided binoculars.
Yeah, what you looking at? Oh, the butterflies. Okay.
Did they fix the birds in the cage? Because I remember in the original game those were just like two textures.
No,
Like,
they're slightly higher up-resed. Two textures.
but it looks so weird. Like there was a flat texture for the body and then a flat texture at a different angle for the wings.
Yesterday, I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a
It's the same deal with the the butterflies.
Yeah, but butterflies are supposed to be like wafer thin. I'm pretty sure birds are supposed to have 3 dimensions.
Well, what if it's a hummingbird moth?
They still have a body.
Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
There's a lot of that going around. It's like it's a gift economy, but the only gifts they have are these weird floating noise-making things.
Oh,
Those power cell thingies were the things that blew up at the beginning, right?
What a weird looking thing.
That
No.
thing that turned red?
That thing is never mentioned again.
Oh.
We never see whatever that thing was. It was the last of its kind, and we blew it up.
Oh, okay.
Just generic precursor artifact. So this is something I've been wondering, by the way. You know how in the opening cinematic, Samos talked about how, oh, I have asked the plants and the rocks, but none of them remember what the precursors were all about, right?
Yeah.
So if the precursors came before plants and if they came before rocks, what did they make out all their shit out of?
Oh, no, the plants and rocks just don't remember.
They were all stoned back then.
Right.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk them.
Wah, 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 wah.
What you? Just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those unreal.
It's a very well-coordinated outfit he's got going on, where like his hat and his hair are like part of each other. It's like he's got the tot of hair sticking out of the top of his hat.
Yeah, it's something you have to grow into. Now, you could punch and kick these yak cows to get them to go where you want to, but I think that's just unnecessary.
Oh, so this is like the animal-friendly version of this quest.
Pacifist Jak.
That's cool. These guys are
he's
awfully
sharing
cute.
in the food. Being more understanding and helpful with this quest. Not everything can be solved with a punch and a kick, Jak.
It actually can, and if you do the punching and kicking, then this gets solved an awful lot faster.
Could you bring him back for me already?
What a lazy asshole.
Seriously, he had one job.
Bet you anything that like no one except Kira knows what the power cells are actually for. So like, I don't know, I found this thing and I heard this kid is like offering to do people's jobs for him. Give them to him. I got nothing to use it for. I use it as a nightlight.
Isn't that the basis of all currency? Somebody's gonna value this.
So who here has invested in
have you heard of
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin? Great minds think alike, I guess.
The power coins, Jak.
Like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
These are the best thing.
Wait.
It's the claw, like from Inspector Gadget.
I have watched and waited for the true hero to return.
Or its eyes? Power
I'm
cells?
so jealous. Like I can't do that voice.
120
Yep.
Yeah.
orbs for each power cell I contain.
So 90 is the cheap power cell, and 120 is the expensive deluxe model. Each Oracle has 240 orbs worth of power cells.
It's the same thing, but the Oracle signed them before you get them.
Certificate of authenticity.
Yeah, you know, signed by an actual precursor Oracle. Yeah. Couldn't Samos have asked those guys? They seem like they probably know a thing or two about precursors.
The scout flies in this area.
Samus doesn't have the light within.
It would have cost too much.
Yeah, Samus has no orbs.
So is there like a stage for every color of Eco?
Yes.
Yeah, actually there is.
We only know of two so far. The one we're trying to find and the one who doesn't want us around. Also, I did accidentally hurt that Yakko. I'm deeply apologetic for it, but the roll move actually causes damage in this game. It's my favorite attack.
The rolling jump is the best thing about this game.
Oh, at most you only grazed him.
The rolling jump...
Okay, fuck them all. Respect it.
Can you like make him... Can you punch him like out of the pen again?
I think they're all set in place now.
Oh, alright.
I wouldn't do it until after I collect it anyway.
I was about to say something really clever, but then I forgot it. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
This doesn't look much like a jungle at all, and these orbs actually count for the village still.
Scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
Daxter's not very good at route planning, is he?
Hmm.
Like, we're right by the jungle.
No, but we have other, more pressing matters.
Like what? Oh yes, I remember what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was that the rolling jump feels incredibly satisfying to use.
Yes, that's extremely...
Like, it's just, it makes it fun to get around. And especially, there's this thing where if you jump immediately after you land from a rolling jump, you get like a super high jump.
Yeah, and it...
That's a great trophy name. Is that just for this one specific power cell?
Yeah, about a quarter of the power cells in this game just give you a trophy right afterwards.
That's great. That's unironically great. I love that.
There we go. Waiting for it. I collect 100 precursor orbs. I want my damn trophy.
Power cells to fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
Excuse me, Kira. I have 3 trophies. I think I know what I'm doing. Look how satisfying this is.
This is participation award level trophies.
Is that an invisible wall?
I'm pretty sure sounds he makes.
No, they just keep bouncing you back for some reason, but I'm pretty sure if I get a long enough jump, I can get past the death trigger. Just gotta... Oh. See you next time.